Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where I think we are on the last episode of the 81 Camaro Z28 for now, unless we decide to do the body and paint work on it later and fix a bunch of little stuff. But this video we are going to fix a bunch of little stuff, and but the main thing is we're going to make some door panels. Last episode we did the exhaust system. Came out real good because I used some curved pieces and hugged the drive shaft so the exhaust system sits a lot higher than just running a straight pipe out, as it would have hit the floor and been too low. I don't know if I showed it. Let me tilt the camera. You can barely see the exhaust hanging. Just that one flange is the lowest point. Really, it would have been, if I just run it straight out, she would have been hanging. So I don't think it's going to hit nothing now. So anyway, watch that last video if you want to see how I did it and how it sounds. Although we'll probably get it running again here, this video. Bought a fuel pump. Well, last video we lined up this whole front end. The 13-year-old had taken this apart, and I assume put the subframe back together, put it in crooked, wasn't lined up. So it was over this way. And anyway, I had a hell of a time. We got it straightened out. Everything lines up good now. Because the last thing that I put on was the hood. Did not line up, overlapped this fender by this much, and no matter what I did, it couldn't line it up. So it dawned on me that I had to undo this subframe and tilt it over where it's supposed to be. So that's done. Then I got a fuel pump, an extra one. Originally bought a couple of cheap eBay ones that crapped out. And then I bought a good one. It's still not sucking gas from the tank. I don't know why. The line is clear, the sender's clear, new filter on there, got 5 to 7 gallons of gas in there. So what I'm gonna do is I got one more cheap pump from eBay, and I'm gonna hook it on the back. I'm just gonna take the line that comes out of the gas tank and hook it on there and see if gas, hook it up to this battery here and see if gas comes out. Then I'll do the same thing up front. If gas does come out, I'll hook the line back up to the steel line, the rubber line to the steel line, and see if it comes out up here. You know, and if it does, then we'll have to mount the good pump. I bought a $100 Carter. We'll have to mount that in the back, I guess. I wanted everything up front here on the, I'll show you later when I open the hood and everything. I got it mounted up here. I wanted to see everything. Got a filter on there. I wanted to see the gas come in, make sure we're getting gas and all that. And I didn't want to run wires all the way from the back to the front. I just wanted to hook it up. Okay, so we're gonna do that this video, but the main thing is the door panels. It's Saturday now, so there's no use ordering a dash overlay. I was going to order this dash overlay. It just covers from here up and glues on there. I got that cheap mirror came with some two-way tape. Obviously it's not holding, so I have to get some rear view mirror adhesive and redo that rear view mirror. So yeah, I was going to do a dash overlay in the door panels, and then that's it. Oh, I need to rig up some type of sun visor on the passenger side. See, I got it here. It's all falling apart, but that end thing's missing. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna paint these armrests the same color we painted the beige plastic stuff. And then we're just going to make these door panels out of paneling, real thin paneling, and then I got some material. We're going to cover it. We're going to adapt it into the curved piece. I'll show you here in a minute. Curved piece that comes down, because you can't make that. And then I do have the new weather stripping that came with the kit that goes there. And then we're going to mold that onto the paneling and then recover it all and then screw it on there. I don't think I'll go with the factory clips. I'm just going to put a bunch of screws in there. Make it, you know, put them around there evenly so it looks decent. That's all I can do, because door panels are way too much money. Door panels, headliner, you know, they're like $500. $500 for headliner, $500 for a pair of cheap door panels. Stuff like that. So we got to go cheap. So yeah, I got about 3 sets of door panels. They're all disintegrated. They're all in bad shape. I did clean out my garage quite a bit. Doesn't look like it. Got some shelves from my neighbor, organized some stuff there. Put all the exhaust, headers, crap in the mobile home shed, which we'll go look at here in a minute, so we can look at the paneling. But yeah, there's a lot more cleanup to do. So these are the door panels. You can see they're just disintegrated. Nothing you can do with it. Now this one's busted. I'll see if I can find another. This plastic molded piece, that's busted on there. But this piece here will have to save and adapt the paneling onto that somehow, and then make this out of paneling. So that's the first thing we're going to do. See if this one's any good. Hopefully I got some door panels with the good plastics. That one might be savable there. But yeah, these are the way all the door panels are. They just don't last. Well, it's just all water. Gets in there and rots them. Okay, so yeah, we're done with a lot of this stuff. That's the bucket of bolts and stuff. We're done with that. This is this extra stuff off the '89 Chevy van motor. We're done with that. We're done with this. We just I need to cut a couple pieces of loom, and then I don't know where I'm gonna put everything. But and then this is the old radio, the computer, and the smog emissions harness. Need to put that somewhere. I'd like to put it in a parts car, but I don't want it to get all wet, because, you know, it's probably worth $150 on eBay, but I don't sell on eBay, but one of these days I might. Oh, we got to hook up the, mentioned that in the last video, the overflow jug. It's a little aftermarket universal one. We'll hook up that this video. Bleeding the brakes. I keep meaning to loosen the screws and let it gravity bleed so it'd be easier, but I didn't want to just open them up and leave it and let it all run out or whatever. But so I wanted to do it while I was working on it for a long time, which I've had plenty of chances. But anyway, we need to bleed the brakes, and it should drive, runs and drives. We had it up on jack stands, transmission shifts, everything. I do need a steel tube. I'm thinking about using the transmission line, but I think it's too wide. I'm not sure. I'll look around, see if I can get some type of tube. I know you can get rolls of tube, but we need a steel tube coming from the modulator valve and the transmission. Goes up to the transmission behind the engine, then comes over and hooks into the intake vacuum line, vacuum connection. We need that. I don't have one. And all the parts cars and everything, there's none around. So that's some of the little stuff. Because once I'm done with all the major stuff, we got to wait 5 months for a title. So no rush in selling it. And during them 5 months, I'll probably do little stuff to it, whatever comes along. But yeah, it'll just be parked and sitting but at least it'll be able to start up, drive. If anybody comes over, you know, I do get a lot of customers that come over and see the cars. Hey, you got any for sale? You know, but most of them think I'm going to sell them cheap or something. But, you know, I don't know. I might advertise it like this. But as far as paint and body, we're not going to do nothing to it. We will get it over there and wash it. This is all full of grime and stuff, just like the back end was, and the back end cleaned up pretty good. And we'll clean up the front. Okay. Oh, and the gas tank, you know, put in the gas tank and everything, but the bottom of it's all kind of rusty, so I may sand that down and pour 15 it. So we'll get that done. I'll do that while I'm putting the fuel pump up there, or the end of the day, because it, you know, it takes all day to dry, all night. So okay, this is my this mobile home used to be over here where the tiny house was when I moved in, and it's as far as I could drag it with a pickup truck before it bottomed out. And then there's a big tree there, half of it fell on it, so it's ruined. But it was I was just using it as a storage shed. Nothing I can do with it. You know, I'm not going to pay somebody, and I'm not going to do it myself to dismantle it and haul it away. It's way too much money for doing crap like that. Now how good you can see, that's all my extra headers and exhaust stuff. And there's a bunch. Started putting the boxes over here, and then parts here, put all them distributors there. Okay, and then these were from my 69 Chevy extra parts and stuff. As I do have a 69 Chevy parts car. So there's where the tree fell in, and it didn't do this right away. It crushed it pretty good, but it's dropped way down since it's been like that. So it's ruined. And I used to store my boxes over here. But anyway, this is the paneling. Some of it is good shape. Over here it's all rotten and stuff, but I think some of this paneling's good, and maybe we'll take this off. Might be easier. It's smashed right there, but if we can use, you know, I got to think of the 80 Camaro I got to do it to, so I'd like to get enough paneling to do four panels. Anyway, that's where we're going to cut it off. And yeah, this ain't going to last too much longer before it completely caves in, and it ain't going to be worth putting anything in here to store, because it'll just get all wet. I mean, this back part's still a little bit okay, but it's slowly falling apart. Okay. So, oh, there's our paneling here. Paneling here, there's paneling here. See, all this got ruined. I've already filled up the burn barrel about 6 times already, and it's with old cardboard and crap. But yeah, wherever we can get some good, see, this is all warped here. That's all moldy. But yeah, we'll just strip some paneling. No use going buying new shit. So, okay, well, I'll be back when I get some of that done. Okay, guys. Ah, shit. Okay, I got plenty of gas coming now. Filter's full, that's full. But it does that every now and then. It still needs the carburetor tweaked a little bit in the distributor. So what I done was put a fuel pump at the back here. Take the battery off. Okay. So here's a gas line coming out of the tank, and then this goes to the up to the front. This is the return, and the other one's that's the vent. And the other one's the return, so we're not worried about them too. So I did that to come out of the tank, and sure enough, it blows. I used this new one because I thought this pump here was bad. So I used the new one I had. So it was blowing gas out. So then I stuck it to this end here and disconnected the rubber hose at the front, and it was blowing out gas there. So then I reconnected the rubber hose, and it's getting gas all the way to the carb. So I guess none of these pumps work by putting them up front. They all got to be at the back here. So I guess we're gonna have to mount it up here to the frame rail or something. I'll figure it out, and then we got to run a wire all the way to the front, which I didn't want to do. So I guess it was a waste of money buying this. I don't know if I should take it off. It's going to be no good there. It doesn't work. Unless now it's primed, it might work. Hang on, let me turn off this before we get okay, I got that pump off. So it started up and running out of gas. Or I don't know why it does that. Gas sounds, they don't have a choke, so man, that engine sounds good. Connect this. So we don't know when it's going to run out of gas in the float bowl. There's nothing pushing it to wait till it runs completely out. Okay, it's out of gas in the float bowl. So let's connect this. It's that pump there. I don't see anything moving. Well, it's loud too. Real loud. Well, it may be pumping. Still staying full. Well, I don't know. Oh, now it's dying. That might not be because it's run out of gas. That's just what it's been doing. Boy, that thing is loud. Okay, well, so I was gonna say maybe it just needed to be primed, but like I said in the last video, before I hooked that up, I poured a couple of big cups of gas all the way down that line, and I had this filter filled and everything, and then run the pump, and it bubbled up in here, but it wasn't pumping it. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna have to hook up that rear pump and then a switch or something to it, and then we're just gonna leave this like that as a backup, just in case that rear pump goes out, which it probably will. It's cheap. And then we can just hook this up, and I guess as long as there's fuel in the line, it'll pump. I don't know. And then throw another one of these pumps, cheap pumps, in the trunk to replace the rear one if this one don't work. Have 3 pumps there just in case. I just don't like electric pumps, guys. If you don't want to be out in the road somewhere a long ways from home and these goddamn things go out. Okay, well, yeah, let me figure out what I want to hook them to. Toggle switches, or I just hate to forget to turn it off. I don't even think I got any toggle switches left. But anyway, I had it running into the power of this air conditioner. Yeah, when you turn the AC on. So I had it like that, off. And then you turn that on, the fuel pump would stay on, and that comes on with the key. So if you just leave it there, it'll turn off with the key and then turn it on. But then, you know, I'm using the electrical of the blower motor deal there. So I had it going into here. But that was just temporarily, so I could test it. Now we got to hook it up permanently to preferably an ignition wire to come on with the key. So anyway, let me do that. Other than that, we just need to bleed the brakes to drive it. So let me probably do that too. I meant to go take some paneling off before it got dark, and get started on them door panels. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, next day. I'll show you what I did last night. Mounted that fuel pump back here. Got it mounted here. Then I run the positive all the way along them fuel lines up to the front. And it seems to be working without using the other fuel pump underneath the hood. So it's just run along behind the pinch welds there, and I just come up and put it into this, which comes on with the ignition. Okay, so I adjusted the carburetor, did the mixture screws, and up the idle just a tad, and now it doesn't stall or nothing. So and I let it run for a long time. I burped out the cooling system there, so it doesn't seem to leak. So I'm gonna put the antifreeze in and the overflow jug. But what I gotta do, I bought a longer positive cable. This one here was a little too short, and I had to tilt the battery up here. The overflow's got to go right in here. I showed it on last video. I got a little aftermarket one here I had, and we're gonna mount that in there. But before we can do that, we need to put on the positive cable, then this, drain some water out, fill it full of antifreeze, and then we can mount this brace back. It goes there. And what else? So I think I'll just leave this fuel pump on here for now, just for backup. I think that was all. I did some other stuff, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do that right now. As I said, I'm gonna try to wrap up all this little stuff, and then we'll get on with the door panels, see how they turn out. But yeah, I'll go over there and take some paneling out here after I do this little stuff. So I think that's about it. Yeah, I'll probably, I think last time I JB welded the, see the factory glass comes with a little deal for the mirror to go on, but these cheap mirrors that I buy, the thing's different, so it doesn't slide onto the one on the windshield. So you got to take the little thing they give you and glue that, crazy glue, or JB weld that to the other one so it'll slide on. So I'm going to do that too. Anyway, now I got to run a hose. This goes into the bottom here. We'll get a new piece of hose from there to there and mount that in there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys. Got the longer battery terminal in there. Put on the overflow tank. Put the brace back in there, both sides. I still got to put some wire loom over this area here, but anyway, got all that done for now. Now we're going to start on the door panels. There's one big piece of paneling. I'm not sure that's enough for one or two. We're fixing to lay it out there on the table thing and measure it, mark it, cut it, all that stuff. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, I'll show you what I got here. I should turn this other light on. Hang on. Let me get this light on so we can see a little bit better. Okay. Okay, I showed you these door panels. pretty bad. So this I think we can use. Okay, so basically we need the piece of wood paneling to be from here and maybe about an inch, you know, up to here. And then we can rivet it or something onto this plastic piece, right? It's right where that chrome is. Okay, then we can cover the whole thing. Like I said, in the weather stripping kit here, it comes with these new here. So I think they're stapled in. Yeah, they got these staples. So we'll undo all them staples, and then we can, I'll probably just screw or rip the new ones on there. But you can't put it on until it's covered. Okay, so I think that'll be okay. Passenger side, like I said, is screwed up right there. So I have 3 sets. This set, there's the front of that. See, it would look nice with all this design and chrome, but you know, shit, you can't find any door panels unless you want to buy some for 500 bucks, and that's out of the question. Okay, so this is the other set. This is off the whole car. Originally, I didn't take the door panels off, but the doors were smashed probably from being in the junkyard and with the forklift smacking them around. But he gave me the doors, which I used all the glass and interior pieces for this one. These were the door panels off of it. So pretty bad shape, and they had cut out holes for the speakers, you know. So this is the one for it. This is supposed to have a lip all the way down here, and that's all busted off, but it's just busted there, and that's cut out. So you can tell here, not supposed to be cut out, and not supposed to be cut out. So I don't know whether I could take a piece of this and put it over here and screw and rivet it, or it'll be too thick and bulge out and not look right. But this is the driver's side. No, well, it's busted in half. I'm saying unless I could make the driver's side work. Yeah. So you just can't find any good door panels. They're all. So I have one more set, red ones that are as in the 80, but I don't know if they're any good. You know, these things, I don't know if these are any good in it, but if they are, they need to stay with that car to build that one. Unless I want to rob it now and try to replace it later. I could do that. So let me figure that out. So the main thing is to, yeah, this is, see, it does go all the way up underneath that lip there. So basically, if we take this off, we can just measure this. And I don't know if they're universal. Like if I cut one out, flip it over, and it'll work on the other side. I'm not sure. You know, and then we're going to have to use a hole saw and cut. These are for the armrest door handle thing, and cut that out for the pull handle. And then the I think that's for a big bolt. That's for the window winder. And then on the driver's side, this is for the remote mirror. So we got to cut that out for the driver's side anyway. Because what I'd like to do is make 4 of these. Well, I'd like to make 2 for now, for this car. But since I have all the measurements and stuff, I can, you know, cut one out and then use that as a template to cut the other one, and so on. And cut 4. That way I have 2 for the 80. Okay, so let me, like I said, I'll probably just see if they're all the same. Left and right are the same. I can take the best piece of cardboard, you know, because it's all warped and everything, so trying to get a right measurement might be a little difficult. But yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, I'll tear them down. I might bring the red passenger one from the 80 in here, and we'll tear down these front things there and try to template and mark it on there with a marker. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I started tearing down the panel. This is the original ones out of it, the 10. Has a steel metal chrome. It's a little scrape there that goes in these holes here. So it's just decorative. This cardboard would staple onto that. Of course, I didn't have to undo the staples because it's all and then this chrome goes on there. Now the problem is, yeah, I could drill some holes and use that chrome, but the passenger side is dented pretty good there. He's mangled up. So, and these door panels, no, you know, this is an 81. This is an 80. But these are little cheap stick-on ones. There's no, yeah, it's different. See, it goes down there. The other one went up here. So different design and little cheap stick-on or something. So we can't make it a little bit fancier with the chrome because we don't have them. This, which I thought was okay, is busted. This is driver's side. So I left this on for now to hold it. And got a crack right from there to there, but not all the way through here like this one. And then this one, I don't know what that is. That looks like it was hit. Someone took a screwdriver and so that's what we got. So I was thinking of getting some, I got some fiberglass. They got a whole big thing I bought a while back, big gallon of resin and some matting, and maybe fiberglass that together and put some in here. Like I said, that one is busted all the way up to there, but not to there. So put some fiberglass on that while this is still on there to hold it. We're not going to get this done tonight anyway because I don't have enough contact cement. I got a little bit. I don't know what I did with it. I had a can of it, but I think I only got a little bit left. Anyway, I'll have to get some of that tomorrow. Okay. So can I fiberglass these ones? Let me take the door panels out of the black 80 Z28, which are red panels. Let me bring them over and we'll check them out. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, let's go over in the dark and look at this. The driver's side panel's still on it. I'm sitting there looking for it and it's still on the car. It just got the little cheap stick-on chrome. This feels like it's all, yeah, it's all busted. All the plastic in there is busted. And there's not hardly anything left of this plastic for the passenger side. So, yeah, see, she's all rotted at the bottom, so it's no good either. So if anybody has some junk door panels with these good plastics, I'm gonna rig up something for the panels we're working on for the 81, fiberglass them together. But for this car, it looks like it's gonna need 2 of them. So if anybody's got them, I'd appreciate it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I got one cut out there. Using a little this little jigsaw. Had this forever with the same blade, and it hasn't broke yet. I doubt it will on the paneling. but I'm not sure even if they sell them or what. And then I got a hole saw here. Do them holes. Okay, so I did the driver's side. So that's the driver's side, fits on there. And if you want the passenger side, well, that fits perfectly on the passenger side. Although you don't need that for the mirror on the passenger side. So this piece, this would fit right there, but it's busted there. So I think I can use, and it's busted here. I'm not sure if I can even use, it's rotted over there. I might be able to use that right there. This ain't too bad. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to make 4 of them. I'll have to get some more paneling. I may wait till the morning to do that. Yeah, I'd like to make 2 more before I put some material on these. And then I got the got these here. I said that driver's side won't take much, but this passenger busted in 3 places. I just went ahead and took that all apart. I'll get some more vice grips or something, and I'll put on some fiberglass before I go in, so it'll be dry for tomorrow. Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, it's the next night. Was busy out there this morning and a little while ago. I got 4 videos going, guys. This one, the Mustang, the flip van, and trip to the junkyard and scrap a few cars. So I was out there loading up a junk Jeep, loading it up full of trash. So anyway, we're back on making these door panels. So I put some fiberglass and resin on these, both of them. This is where they were all split here. So I can only do one side at a time. Now, this one, I left the padding on there. It's padded. And this one was falling apart, so I just peeled all that off. And you can tell this is all warped. I'm gonna have to take a heat gun. It's supposed to be straight. Okay. And that's where the weather stripping goes on, and then it clips on the door. So they were yanking around getting it out the door. Probably have to straighten this out too, and put a little piece of material on here. And if I do, then I'll put some resin, fiberglass resin on there, and then the padding and some glue or contact cement. This one I think we'll just leave it like that. This side isn't as bad. It ain't all warped. Missing a few chunks, but not bad. And then this is the, I said we got new weather stripping there. We'll screw on or rivet it on there. So yeah, what side is this one now? I'm missing all the lettering now. Should have an L and an R. Well, I'll figure it out. Right hand. Okay, brown is right hand. This one's left hand. Okay, then I went up, did some running around today. Bought some contact cement at Lowe's, since Walmart doesn't sell it by the quart. 27 something with tax. $24.95 plus tax. It's gone up like $5. Last time I bought one was $19.99, so it's gone up $5. And I was looking at it, Baltimore, Maryland, DAP products, made in USA with US and globally sourced materials. Well, that's it, globally sourced materials, all tariffed. And just yesterday, day before, Trump announced another 100% tariff on Chinese stuff. Right now it is 30 plus 25% auto tariffs, auto parts tariffs, so that's 55%, and now it's another 100, so it's 155. Of course, he did it to see if China would back down, and nope, they're not going to back down. They just give them the middle finger. They want a trade war just as bad as Trump does. So here we go. Just when I was waiting for the Supreme Court to rule any day now, or maybe any week now, whether the tariffs are illegal or not. And then we got this, November 1st. Couple of weeks it'll go up. So I'm thinking about buying all the front end, or some of the front end parts for the Camaro now before they go up, because that stuff is made in China, all the disc brake conversion and all that. So anyway, back to the door panels. Yeah, and the price, I don't know which video is going to come out first, but yeah, the price of scrap metal is in the shitter, $100 a ton. Ain't worth shit. Yeah, due to the slow economy, no demand, or slight demand, or low demand. And I asked AI, and then AI said that it's not a seasonal thing. This is a full-on slump globally. Nobody's, not much demand for it. So yeah, it's right down the shitter. So, can't even scrap cars to make a few bucks. It ain't worth buying them unless they, can be fixed up and sold, but for a profit. But to buy them to scrap out, no. And nobody's buying catalytic converters or anything. Had a call. I got a bunch here waiting, and some guy called me up from Dallas, and I told him I'd sell them to him for $1,000. Oh no, I'll give you 500. I said nope, stick that up your ass. So yeah, nobody's buying them for any kind of money. So yeah, the scrap business is pretty bad, and anybody buying auto parts that's got to pay for them instead of passing it on to the consumer, they're not doing too good either. So we're in there with the farmers and the truckers that are hardest hit, I think, right now. There's going to be a multi-billion-dollar bailout here any time. But anyway, so what we got to do, let me see here. This is left, and this is left, because that's the mirror hole. So what we got to do first is overlap this onto there, right like that. And I think we'll screw it or rivet it on there. So let's do that first before we recover it, or before we put some resin on the back, a little bit more resin. So yeah, let me screw all that on there. I didn't get another piece of paneling from the mobile home to make a template for the other Z28. If we ever fix that up now with tariffs, I don't know. So let's just do one. Let's just do the driver's side. I mean, put this on and cover it and everything. And we'll save that for later. Maybe tomorrow I'll go get another chunk of paneling and cut 2 more out. Okay, so let me do that, and then we'll get with the material and all that stuff. And yeah, this handle, I have to get it out. I think that's where I marked it. It didn't have a big hole like this, it just had a little hole, because there's 3 screws that hold that handle armrest thing on, and I don't know, for some reason they had big holes here. So there's a screw there, and then up here. We want to get that screw hole drilled out to where it is. So I'll get that handle out and make sure that's it, then copy it over there, and that's the only hole I kind of missed. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, went ahead and riveted. This one didn't hold very good. So I riveted it all on there to the plastic and put it on there, and it lines up pretty damn good. So yeah, we can take it off and cover it. Now the professional way to do it, to make it look real nice, is to have a roll of this foam, real thin foam, and foam it all. Then put that vinyl, which is, you know, pretty thin, over top of that, so it gives it a little bit of stuff. But yeah, we're not going to do that. I don't know, we may do it to the other one, depending on how this turns out. We may do it to the 80, but not to this one. So anyway, I just set it on there. And I think that's supposed to clip. See, these here supposed to have a deal on there that clips underneath. It clips under these holes here, right in behind here like that. And of course they're all busted because people just jerk them out of there. That's why the passenger one is really bad. But anyway, I'll be back. I'll get some vinyl that I have, and we'll go over that. And then we'll contact cement it on there, cut all the holes, and I'll be back. Okay guys, move this stuff out of the way. Okay, I thought I glanced over at the roll of this material. Now this is had a problem with this. I think about it for the Nomad, but you can see right here it's kind of coming apart. I think what I did was, when I put around the panel and taped the back, I think I put like some tape around like that, and it peeled the top layer of this material off. Oh, I was pissed. Here's a little piece here that was folded up. You can see it's just cheap shit. And I remember writing it down. I wrote to the seller, told him it was fucking junk. And yeah, see, all this top layer here would peel off. So I hadn't been using it, so I looked at the roll. It was rolled up in a roll like this, and I thought, yeah, there's enough to do 2 door panels. Yeah, see this? Rub it with your hand and look at this shit. Look at that. I thought it was doing it because it was hot out. It was in the sun or something. This is garbage. Complete garbage. But anyway, I was going to recover the panels in this. There's a wrinkle or something here. And recover it later with some better stuff, possibly. You know, depends on if I just sell it as a, you know, looking like that, then this would be perfect. But if it's real nice, well, we don't want shit like this. But there's not enough to do 2 door panels. Enough to do 1.5. But I think we're just going to chunk this. This is just garbage. It's a little, you know, had a little bit of a padding on there. So we want enough padding to cover them rivets. So anyway, that's crap's out of the question. Not even going to bother with that. So then I had this roll here, which I think I bought for a headliner in the Nomad. I was a little short and bought another roll. Well, there's plenty here. There's enough to do the 80 and this one. But it's just plain Jane. Just plain. And no padding. Really super thin. So then I had these two. This is in all my, that big box there is all the upholstery stuff. Sometimes I forget what I got. I got a big old box of weather stripping there. I'm thinking it's for an El Camino, but you know, and then this is for the Camaro. So I had these sunshade things there, and I thought about putting that over, but there's bends and stuff in it. You know, put that as a padding. But then again, you're using twice as much contact cement. So anyway, I don't know. I don't really want to wait, order some more better material, take a chance on getting that garbage again. Or just use this, recover it later with some fancier stuff. The only problem is I gotta rivet on that the molding here. So I don't really want to drill all that out to recover it, because you got to recover it and then put that molding on there. So I'd like to be one and done with it, but this is all the, I got some more of that sunshade stuff here. But anyway, let me figure it out. You know, I'm probably just going to use this. I know it's going to look kind of shitty, plain, but then I had this as this was advertised as insulation. I think I bought it for the van, and it's like, no, that ain't gonna do shit. So it's more of a, you can put it in a trunk, you know, and glue it down in a trunk floor thing or something. But anyway, I thought about using that as a padding first. Or I could use one piece of this garbage for a padding and glue this over top. Anyway, let me figure it out, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I just cut a little strip of that junk material, and I'm going to put that over top the rivets right below this foam. And then I cut a big section here out, and then we'll glue that on there and flip it around and tape it, glue it and tape it around the edges. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm just doing a little bit at a time like that. So covered this with contact cement, brushed it on there, and then we'll just roll down like that area there. Because you're not going to cover this whole area and get it all on there at once. So get it about like that, and then something like that to get the wrinkles out. Yeah, here's that little strip I put underneath. You can feel it, see it. That's why you need to kind of cover the whole thing with, you know, something like that, so you don't see any of this. But like I said, this is thin. We'll pull this up and do this last. Put some contact cement on here, and then just rub it down good, get the wrinkles and stuff out, and like I said, we'll flip it around and cut the edges, overlap it about an inch or so on the other side, glue it, and then put some tape on it, and then I think we can mount the weather strip chrome. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I did the outside, And I just brush some contact cement on both sides, you know, the wood and the material. So I'm just going to fold it over when it tacks up like that, and then just use some masking tape to hold it. And we'll let it sit overnight and mount it on the car tomorrow, and then cut out this with a razor blade, little holes. So yeah, let me do that, and deciding whether to put on that. I'm thinking about buying some more material and redoing it. Not redoing it, just cover the new material over this stuff I just put on, and then put on the molding here, riveted in here. So I don't know, let me think on it. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, glued all that down and taped it. You can just leave that tape on there, no need to take it off when it dries, because nobody's gonna see it. Okay, so cut out the holes and everything, flip it over and take a look. I put this little chrome thing on. I think I got a couple of new ones of them, because I bought two new ones, and I think I bought two more. Anyway, I don't know. What do you think it looks? Think it looks all right, or should I buy some more fancier material like that, diamond something? Man, I still got to paint those armrests. Didn't I have it? I thought I had it. Thought I had it sitting right here. I might have put it back in the car. I put it on here to line up that little hole there. But yeah, I think somebody sprayed some paint over it while it was dirty. I tried wiping it off with thinner, and they just looked like shit. So I gotta paint those. But anyway, they come in the weather strip kit. You know, we got the moldings on the top of the doors, and then these go on the door panels. I don't know which is which, but yeah, the chrome would face go on there, something like that. See, so the chrome would cover that lip there, like that. And put this one out of the way. They go along something like that, and of course they're factory stapled in there, but you know, we're gonna just have to use screws or rivets. So you gotta kind of peel that back and drill into there, make sure you don't rip up this as it rubs on the glass. So yeah, you could put some screws or rivets in there, but see, the thing is, if I want to recover it again, I gotta take that off. So I don't know, I think I should just leave it like that. I think I'll just do that. I'll just put that on, leave this panel like that, and make it a little bit more fancier on the 80 Z28 whenever we get around to doing that. I still got to get some paneling from the building there, and use this as a template before I put all this plastic and stuff on there. Okay, well, I'll be back in the morning, and I guess we can put it on there. Or, I don't know, I might be back here in a little bit. I might paint those armrest door handle things. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay guys, here's the armrest pull handles, whatever you want to call them. See, and these are wiped down with thinner, reducer, and that stuff don't come off. So we're gonna, you know, I painted all the plastics and mixed up some paint, and that's the color there. I even got it marked interior 81 Z28. Hell, I got a bunch of it. So anyway, mix up a little bit of that, paint the armrests. I riveted the, I'll call it over here for a minute. I did have another set of these. They're a little bit smaller than the other one, the factory, but I only had one and it was scraped up. So I got two new ones of these that'll match, and then two lock things that screw in there. Okay, so there's the weather stripping. Put in 5 rivets on there, riveted to the hard plastic. So yeah, I think it'll look all right. Like I said, it's a little bit, yeah, I should have made that piece of material under there straight. It's a little bit, anyway, that's about all I can do. Oh, I forgot to check the, I have these little bezels that go around here for the pole handle, and I don't know if they got to be painted or not. Those have to be spray painted satin. But anyway, yeah, let me paint these, and then tomorrow it'll be dry and we can put on at least this driver's panel. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, out here next night. I was busy all day scrapping some cars and stuff. I'll have a video showing some of that after this at some point. I'm not done yet. So anyway, been busting my ass. I got another piece of paneling for the 2 templates for the 80. Painted these last night. I just dabbed some on the inside. I couldn't paint the inside till the other side dried, so waiting for that to dry. Okay, these are 2 little door handle bezels. As you can see, they used to be chrome and then like a flat black. I think I got this, there ain't much left, might be enough to do that. That's that little touch-up paint I bought for around the door opening chrome before I put it on. I could either use that or paint it with this. Since this is a spray can, I might just do that. I don't know. Or I could just paint it black. But then the door panel's black, so I wanted something to stand out. I think I'll paint it with this for now. We can always redo it. Okay, so yeah, I'm fixing to put it on. That's it there. Got the lights out. I got to tie this up somehow to keep it from hitting the window. It's kind of rusty there, but that's the only good one I got for the remote mirror. Anyway, I took this little deal off here. We'll clean that up with some steel wool or something. And then I got some new chrome. Another thing I forgot I had a bag of new handles. Did I put them in here? I got a bunch of stuff in here. But I still haven't put the door weather stripping on this door yet. I got them. I think the door panel covers this up. So it looks like I'll have to put the door weather stripping on there first. Maybe a little screw there and stuff. So yeah, let me do that, tie this up, and it should be ready to put on. And then, like I said, I'm just going to put in some screws instead of the, you know, making the factory clip holes and everything. I have these here. Probably look better with black, but that's all I got. You got to have those type of screws, make it look worth a shit. So I got that, and then so the 2 little door handle, door lock things, some more screws. I'm gonna put on the spark plug boots at some point. Did I have? Oh yeah, here we go. There's new door handles. And I found this carburetor. Hopefully it's the right size. Carburetor bolt for the air cleaner. So anyway, got all that stuff. Okay. Well, I'll be back. There's the other screw for that weather stripping. Let me go ahead and take that weather stripping out, put on the new stuff. I'll be back. Okay, guys. I painted them gold. Yeah, if I wanted to be fancier, I could tape it off and paint it flat black in the middle. Okay, so I screwed up the size of this door panel. I think when I test fitted it, I was concentrating on this, you know, make sure it's not overlapped, so, you know, didn't want it hitting. Yeah, this, I guess that looks all right there, that weather stripping, but here it's, see where it screws in, it's really flimsy and it just breaks. So we're gonna have to glue it and tape it in there like that. I don't know how, but we have to heat it up. So when I was test fitting these doors, I knew this was kind of off, but this whole bottom, this looks right here, and then it goes up. And I'm pretty sure when I was putting it on that paneling, I was using a straight, you know, one of them lines in the paneling to, you know, it's actually, you know, from here to here to line that bottom up, because I knew the door panel's all shrunk and warped. You've seen it. So it's, you know, hard to get a measurement. So I kind of run the line in a straight line, but maybe this door is supposed to be, you know, it's not even from here to here, from here to here. Maybe it does go bigger there. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this panel on, put everything on, but I think we'll redo it. We'll get the other piece of plywood and build it up so it hits down here. You can tell because of where the factory clip is, and then it's supposed to come across like that. But other than that, all this is good, and all this is good here. Maybe it's supposed to come down around here a little bit more. Yeah, I was worried, you know, you don't want it hitting this edge here or anything, but so, and you know, plus I wanted better design material. Maybe I'll get some gold material and padded, or some padding, and just start fresh. We're not going to reuse this. We'll get another piece of paneling out of the 40-year-old mobile home. 40-plus-year-old mobile home, and start fresh. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and put it together. You know, put the bezel. Since this is wood here, you're just going to screw in a couple of screws. It came with this brace to put in there, but since we got wood, we'll just drill a couple of holes, put a couple screws in there. Yeah, so let me put this together, and I'm going to use them screws. I'm going to probably just put in, I don't know, 1, 2 on each end, and then maybe 3 down here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that, and just put it together. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, that's it there. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna redo it, like I said. Now, what I probably should have done was use you know, I got masking paper, use masking paper as a template, but you know, I had the old door panels as a template, so I didn't think to be this far off. But yeah, we'll redo it. I didn't really like this material to begin with, like I said, so yeah, let me know what material you think. You think this should be black? Yeah, I don't like any. I don't like the shininess of this. I don't like the gold. Probably be better all black, or some type of gold, tan, brown. I ordered the dash overlay. It should be in any day now. $172, but it's gonna need it. I know I probably shouldn't have bought it, but it'll look pretty good. I've done them before. I've done them on the on my El Camino there years ago. Looks pretty nice. So you could get it in a lot of different colors. So I ordered dark brown. That's all they had that I would think would kind of match this brown here. I was saying in the earlier videos, this was dark brown. The top of the dash was, but that's now black. So we got a little dark brown going, because that's what the we don't know exactly what the factory color is, but anyway, got dark brown. So yeah, we could get dark brown door panels, or factory. You've seen the factory ones, or really any, you know, cream color, this color. Maybe I'll do that. And so we get some different material, maybe some diamond. Let me know what y'all think. And yeah, like I said, we'll just get a piece of paneling and make it a little bit better, and get maybe some padding and all that. Black screws. Well, we got this as chrome, so but anyway, that's how I did it. That's how you can do it. Do it a little bit better than me on the measurements or the template drawing. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so yeah, I was planning on making this the last video on this car, but we got way too much little shit to go. The starter really screwed up. I got a new starter coming. So yeah, now we got the dash, the starter. Got to redo the door panels. We got the spark plug boots there. Bunch of little. I wanted to pour 15 in the gas tank. Just a bunch of little shit. So yeah, we'll make another video or two on this till it's pretty much done. I know I got some comments. Are you gonna paint it? Well, I'm probably gonna have to at this point to make it worth more, because you know, I got another 172. Yeah, I got like 3,500 into this. Depends on what I can get for it, like this. Oh, we got to bleed the brakes. That's what we need to do, is get it. I can't take this very far down the road. These tires are about to let loose. I got new ones on the front, but I ain't buying these big wide ones, so we can't take it. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But at least we can, you know, drive it around here and stuff. See that it runs, drives, stops. So yeah, we got to bleed the brakes. We got just a bunch of little shit to do. But I was trying to wrap up the door panels and make it look halfway decent. So yeah, I guess we'll just leave the video at that. I got all my Mustang parts in. Here's the bumper. You probably can't see it. There's the bumper. It come all crunched up so they could get it in the shipping. It's hard plastic. but it was all folded over to here. And I let it sitting in there, and it folded all back. They have to do that so it's not oversized shipping. Okay, so I'm a little anxious we're probably not going to do the bumper, but I got the air compressor, a bunch of parts for it. We're going to try to get it mechanically sound first, and then later on we're going to do the paint and body. So I'm going to make a video on that. I already started the video, but was waiting on the parts. Now that I got out the parts, I'm ready to get working on it. That and the other video I said is the hauling some clunkers to the crusher and stuff. So they'll be coming up. This video will go out first, and then maybe the Mustang and the clunker crusher. And I got a cheap little flip car, a clunker haul in. So that's done. I bought it and went over it, but I'm just waiting for it to sell. See how much money we can make on it in this economy. Okay, so yeah, well, we'll be back to this eventually. As I said, we got a couple videos to come out first, and then, you know, I got to order all the stuff for this. So another week or two, and we'll get back on it. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it at that, and like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next video.